Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready because we've got another good one on tap.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a former Buccaneer, one of his many NFL stops. This is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Fitzpatrick. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Here we go. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. They'll begin to drive with Jackson on the ground. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow on play action. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. He's got his possession receiver Fred Biletnikoff. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2nd and 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Eluding pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. From Bolitnikoff, 46 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They really capitalized on that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Short kick, and they brought it all the way back.
Yeah, you start thinking, wow, maybe he can take it to the 35, get us in great shape. Heck, he just took it the whole way.
Yeah, no sense stopping when they're not going to stop you. Take it all the way in.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, Fitzpatrick. And bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's done. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll try and run for it. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
On 3rd down. Dunn. Nifty move. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but so it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. A terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's fielded at the 45. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 22 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Taken right around the 44. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's a punt return touchdown at 56 yards. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Flush to his right. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter play. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On two, ready?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Burrow on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On the go! Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's done. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, it's done. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will get into to the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.